The 13th of December is the day that we in Sweden celebrate Lucia. Lucia is the light-bringing saint that we celebrate by listening to children sing, children wearing nightgowns, long white nightgowns, and wreaths in their hair, and one of the kids gets to be Lucia. The Lucia, it's a great honour becoming the Lucia. You get to wear live candles in your hair if your school is cool enough. The school that I went to was definitely cool enough, and I feel so sorry for all of the people that had to be Lucia and had to pick the wax out of their hair. If you don't have a school to go to listen to a Lucia concert, you can just turn on the national television in the morning where the Swedish national Lucia is showing. It's a beautiful concert. I looked at some of the old clips just now, and I found one from one of the gymnasiums in Stockholm, Södra Latin, and that is what's playing as well. These are teenagers singing without any musical instruments accompanying them. It's just them, a bunch of them, singing a cappella. I remember Lucia with such nostalgia. I loved the preparations leading up to Lucia, all of the rehearsals. My school was a music school, so we did have choir practice and we had musical ensemble and orchestra together. But Lucia was such a great time of year. We would sing the same familiar songs that we had sung all the years before. They would be ever so slightly changed if our music teacher, who is an incredibly talented musician and choir leader, if she had found a new arrangement or something small to tweak from the year before. The history behind Lucia, as far as I can remember, is a story about young people going from house to house in December before Christmas with lit candles and their nightgowns in the dead of winter when it's so dark and so dreary and so cold to share the music and the light with the people around. They would be stable boys and maids, and they would sing for the people in the houses and would be given little treats or a little money in exchange for their beautiful singing. Today it is very romanticized. Lucia as the saint, she gouged her eyes out and gave it to a man who loved her eyes. According to her saintdom, she was then given her eyesight back as one of her miracles to saint her. Granted, all of this is taken from my memory, so please fact check me if I'm wrong. This is how I remember it. In the Lucia weeks, weeks leading up to Lucia, we traditionally bake lussebullar, or saffron buns, with or without a raisin in. The raisin is contested. I definitely prefer my saffron buns with a raisin. These are also called lussekatt, and they are great when they're newly baked. If they are more than 15 hours old, they are the driest thing you'll ever eat. All of December we will eat gingerbread cookies, pepparkakor, in different forms. The most popular in Sweden, although it does contain palm oil, so that's not ideal, is Anna's pepparkakor. They are heart-shaped, and if you press in the middle of them and you can make the heart snap into 3 pieces, no more, no less, that means luck. One of my favourite memories from Lucia is when my school was so small that we didn't yet have the budget for a florist to make the wreaths for all of the children. So our parents had to make them for us. They were janky, they were ugly, but they were very, very much an act of love. My siblings and a lot of my childhood friends attended the same school. We were in the same orchestra, in the same choir. So my siblings and I would, every Christmas, sing for our German relatives, especially for our grandfather, who really loved the Swedish language, although he didn't speak it himself. And since we grew up with these songs, we know all of the different parts, because we have sung the small children's part, which is just the melody. We've sung the a bit more complicated soprano, mezzo-soprano, alto, tenor and basses, and we have it memorized. I could sing it with my ears shut, because it is so ingrained in my vocal cords that I don't need the audio feedback to sing it. It wouldn't sound great, granted, but I would get there, definitely. Around Christmas and around Lucia, we also drink glögg, so mulled wine, spiced wine. We heat it up with or without alcohol. If it's with alcohol, it's with red wine, but most people drink it without. And we would stir in a few raisins and some almonds. They then soak up some of the glögg, and they taste really nice once you fish them out of your glass or your mug. They are very hot though, so if you bite into one of the raisins before it has cooled down, you're going to burn your tongue. And they also stick to the bottom of the mug, so trying to scrape it into your mouth will probably lead to all of it falling down at the same time, choking you. But it would be worth it. It's a worthy way to die because it's such a tasty thing. The white gowns are obligatory for everyone in the Lussetåg, so the procession with the Lucia. In a very binary way, the girls wear a nightgown or a dress with a little collar with some lace on it, and the boys would wear the white dress without a collar. Everyone would wear a single lighted candle in their hand. Our teacher would be very specific about which hand we hold them in as we enter the stage and go down the aisle, because it had to look cohesive in the dim lit room where with light off of the choir is just so impactful. The girls wear wreaths in their hair. Lucia is the only one who wears a crown with candles on top, and the boys wear pointed hats. And Sweden does not have a KKK. I mean, yes we do, idiots are everywhere, but the pointed hats are for the star lads, stjärnegosse. So those are the boys who accompany the Lucia. The gowns, at least back in my days, were made out of cotton, so they would have to be ironed and very carefully transported to the church or to the concert house or the venue where the concert took place, because God forbid that anyone is looking rumpled or wrinkled, and God forbid that anyone gets a stain on it. We were not allowed within 5 meters of our things with any snacks or anything that could stain. It being made out of cotton, of course, comes with the challenge of see-throughness. And I definitely remember one year when my classmate didn't get the memo about how see-through a white cotton sheet is, and he wore very loud underwear. And his parents had to come give him another pair because our teacher would not let him go on stage like that. It was something that I'll never forget, and I don't think that he will ever forget it either. A lot of choirs and concerts would use their revenue or their profits to give to charity. And I think in the middle of winter, before Christmas, before all the festivities start, being reminded of charity and being reminded of the light that comes when we come together and we do something beautiful for others through music or acts is a good thing to carry with us into the next few hectic weeks. I will be donating to the UN's work in Gaza and in Sudan because that's where the money is needed right now. And I hope that you will do something similar. And if you want to, go ahead and search YouTube for Lucia, Sweden. Click away from the AI slop. There is so much beautiful, real content that you can enjoy and listen to the music. You'll recognize some of the songs that everyone sings, and you will recognize that they all have an emphasis on the pure a cappella. I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about Swedish Lucia traditions, and if you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'll get back to answering them as soon as I can. If you liked the video, please do like it. If you want to, please consider subscribing. And if you click right there, that will take you to my playlist of the Vlogmas 2025 videos that I've posted so far. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Go light someone's life up